why do we have to organize outside the box?
Well, for a lot of people who've tried to get organized and haven't achieved that, it's because they haven't looked at their learning style. So traditional methods don't work for everybody. Right. They work for a lot of people, but for someone who doesn't fit the mold, they're frustrated, and they've often come to me for help as a professional organizer. Working with clients, though, I've determined that learning style is the key to conquering the clutter.
So that's your unique thing that you've discovered, that it's all about learning style?
Absolutely.
Really? Okay, so that's a pretty important...
How do you identify learning styles, though?
Great question. I do have an online questionnaire. Okay. The website is organizingoutsidethebox.com, and the listeners can go and quickly take the quiz and find out their learning style. But I do think that intuitively we all know how we learn best.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a sec. So, first of all, how many learning styles are there?
There are 3 learning styles: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Okay,
so how do we know, like, can we figure out right now, do you think, what learning style Nikki is, maybe what learning style I am? What learning style are you?
I'm visual. So for visual people, out of sight means out of mind. And a lot of creative people tend to be visual because of their line of work. They might be in creative fields. But you know a visual person when you walk into their office and a lot of things are out, the things that they're using all the time, because they're worried that if they file it and they can't see it, they'll forget about it.
Yeah, I'm visual, definitely visual.
Okay, so how can you tell, what's the auditory?
Auditory learners learn by hearing. So for an auditory person, giving them a list of things to do will not be effective. It's much more effective to tell them. They learn by hearing. So you know an auditory person, when they're looking for a place and they won't look at the directions, they prefer to hear it through the GPS or have someone tell them how to get to the place.
Okay.
Not you yet?
Not you yet?
There's one more.
Kinesthetic.
One more.
Okay. Kinesthetics learn by doing, and they're always moving. You know a kinesthetic person when they're always fidgeting, or when they're moving back and forth in their chair. And for them, having their files too close will actually hamper their focus. They're better off getting up and walking to the filing cabinet or to wall files, because the movement helps them stay focused. So they learn by doing. You know you're kinesthetic when you open a box of furniture and you see all the pieces. You don't look at the directions. You learn by trying things out, trial and error.